Yeah, well, this morning we are hearing from some of those people who experienced the tragedy firsthand. Police say a man from Texas drove to New Orleans and then purposely drove through a crowd on Bourbon Street. This was hours into everyone celebrating their new year.
Yeah, 14 people were killed by him, dozens more injured. That suspect, Shamsuddin Jabbar, killed by police. We do know that he grew up in Beaumont, Texas, served 10 years in the Army. Yesterday, officials in the Houston area searched a trailer home connected to Jabbar.
Senior investigative reporter Tanya Iser is live this morning in New Orleans. Okay, first of all, Tanya, what are you seeing this morning?
Well, the scene out here is pretty quiet. They still have police tape up, and then also I'll take a look behind me here. There was yesterday there was a large police van that had been there, but that's now been moved. So that to me indicates that police have largely collected what they want to collect out here. But these scenes and these situations are often long and ongoing, so we have no word, how long the police tape will remain up and how long this will be considered an active crime scene.
Now, we've heard reports telling you that police are looking at potentially 4 other suspects. Any word on that?
We did hear that yesterday. We don't know at this point, how they're considering them. There were reports that we were hearing from authorities that they believe those people had planted explosives here in the French Quarter. But again, in these cases, there's often information that's continuing to be gathered. And so I would hope that today we would hear more from law enforcement about who those 4 people are, have they located them, and what might their potential connection be to this situation, if any.
Now, we've heard about safety failures. One of those things being talked about, barricades on Bourbon Street not being up on New Year's Eve. What do you know about this?
That's a tough one. They had taken those barriers down in preparation. They were repairing them in preparation for the Super Bowl next month. So you can understand why they would do that, but obviously there's going to be a lot of questions about why you would pick this particular moment to do that, because what he was able to do is he was able to drive around the police and the barriers that had been set up to prevent somebody from driving down Bourbon Street. My guess is that in the coming days there will be a lot of questions from political leadership and others and the community about why that decision was made and about what could have been done better.
Yeah, it's just a sad reality of what safety means in these kind of public gatherings in this day and age, Tanya. But we also know that hours after this took place, a Cybertruck exploded outside President-elect Trump's Las Vegas hotel. We know there are some similarities between these 2 cases. Anytime something like this happens, you're looking for connections. Is there any update on what potentially might connect these 2 situations?
Well, at this point, the authorities have said that they don't have any direct connection between them. But it is interesting because both of these vehicles were rented through Turo, which is a car rental app. So you want to know, what's going on here. Obviously, both of these suspects picked soft targets, and as you mentioned, Mark, it is difficult in a society such as ours to always be protected, but it's just a sad reality that we live in.
Especially with a lot of big events coming up, Tanya. I know this is going to be clearly top of mind for people. We appreciate your update. We know you're hard at work down there, so thanks so much for waking up early with us.
Speaking of big events, we want to share with you a live look at the Superdome in New Orleans, where kickoff for the Sugar Bowl is scheduled for just 8 hours from now. That game was supposed to take place yesterday between Georgia and Notre Dame, but it was postponed after that deadly attack. Our Jonah Javad, though, has more on the plans to move forward and how those teams are preparing in the wake of tragedy.
The Sugar Bowl is an annual tradition in New Orleans, a college football bowl game held every year since 1935. The game usually takes place on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, but this year's edition had to wait a bit longer. Following the deadly attack on Bourbon Street, last night's Sugar Bowl was postponed. Instead, Georgia and Notre Dame will play today at 3 o'clock to determine the 4th and final spot in the college football playoff semifinals. Last night, Notre Dame head coach Marcus Freeman spoke to ESPN about his message to the team.
In the toughest moments, the culture of any program of a nation is revealed. And I have a lot of faith this country will rally around New Orleans and support all the victims and families that were affected today.